meeting to order. The November 4th meeting of the Miami Township Board of Trustees. I would entertain a motion for adoption of the minutes from October 21st.
I so move.
Second.
Any comments, discussion?
I have none.
I have none.
Please call the roll.
It's been moved and seconded to adopt the minutes of October 21st, 2024 as presented. Ms. Moyer?
Yes.
Mr. Mitchell?
Yes.
Mr. Hollister?
Yes.
Minutes are adopted.
I'd entertain a motion to approve the payment of bills in an amount totaling $36,702.61 from the general fund, $6,382.17 from cemetery, $2,044.05 from fire, $26,875.72 from road, $1,400.67.
I move that we pay our bills.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion, questions?
Are you thinking the same thing I'm thinking? I thought we paid a whopper of a paving bill, $40,000?
I thought we paid an awful lot of stuff. There's checks there for a bunch of money.
Were those approved last month?
That was the question I had. I don't recall.
The paving one was paid.
The road paving was last one.
Was approved. It wasn't approved.
We just got to go with what we have.
I've heard it moved and seconded.
Moved and seconded to approve payment of bills in the amount of $36,702.61 as enumerated. Ms. Moyer?
Yes.
Mr. Mitchell?
Yes.
Mr. Howard?
Yes.
Motion is approved.
I'm going to insert in correspondence, although we don't have two formal notices, there are a couple upcoming meetings we discussed last week, or last meeting, on November 13th. Dale Arnold, you want to say something about that?
Dale Arnold of the Ohio Farm Bureau will be here to discuss community scale solar, mainly the latest legislation and regulatory stuff.
And
Open to the public, and our people from our two commissions will be here too, along with the trustees.
At 7 o'clock?
7 p.m.
And although it's not official township business, here on Sunday afternoon, November 17th, the Historical Society will have a presentation on the volunteer fire department history going back into the 1890s.
For Miami Township.
Miami Township.
That's
So that's Sunday the 17th at 2 p.m. Any items to add to the agenda from the public?
Good.
How about from the board?
From the board?
I had one additional this afternoon from our consultant, Fred Hauser. It was a update report on projects and an invoice for his services for up to date, I guess.
That's under correspondence?
Do you want to add it as a business item?
That would be your decision because you and Fred are working on those projects together.
Well, the one thing would be to authorize the payment.
We authorized that.
At the initial meeting.
Okay. I don't have any discussion item on it unless someone else wants to.
Okay, that's fine.
I think just want to put it in correspondence.
Oh, okay, but we'll enter it under correspondence. We received the weekly reports. we received our first weekly report from our organizational development consultant. Fire department report.
Okay, so we had 24 EMS calls since last meeting, 7 fire, 2 inspections. We received mutual aid for 2 EMS calls, and then 3 fire calls. One, we ended up having a grass fire that was due to an illegal burn last week. Individual burning, trying to remove tree stumps, and the wind got going pretty good and completely got away from, I think it was about 10 acres in total.
Wow, so that was what direction, what part of the township?
I was out closer to Cedarville.
What did it burn, 10 acres of crops?
No, grass and
Pasture?
The new cot actually is going to be here 2 weeks early. So the installation will be on the 11th, installation will be on the 11th done here. That'll take that vehicle out of service for, I think, about 4 hours. And in service to follow with that, although about 2/3 of us already have been in service, so it should go pretty smoothly. Halloween candy stuff, we had a medic and an engine out distributing. That went pretty well. A lot of kids were out, a lot more than I thought were going to be. So, overhead doors, Springfield will be here this week to do PM preventative maintenance on the apparatus bay doors. And let's see.
Is there any problem with any of them, or is it just?
No, just preventative maintenance. Yeah. We haven't done one since we've been here, but yeah, we should probably do one. CAD had quadrant 821, which is the northern part of Clifton, was incorrectly coded in CAD and was actually dispatching us, and that is what would be covered by Houston now because of the contract change. So we implemented that after we had a call. We still get called first on any kind of fire-related things, but not EMS. So just if somebody happens to say something to you, because we had an incident in which the initial responding department took about 25 minutes to get there on the EMS call. Let's see, that is actually all I have. Oh, yeah, sorry, I went over. Medic 81 still out of service, and I don't have an update on that yet.
Can I ask a fire question?
Yes.
Is there still a burn ban?
Yes,
Actually?
we're under the regular state burn ban, and that doesn't get lifted. So you cannot burn from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., but then all fires have to be out at sunset. So thinking about the time of the year, it is effectively a burn ban. And that is until December the 1st.
Okay. And that's recreational fires, any kind of fires, or?
You can still have a fire in like a fire pit,
Okay.
but there's absolutely no open burning of that
Gotcha.
kind.
Thanks. I've been telling people that, and they didn't believe me. I was like, I'm pretty sure I heard the fire chief say that, but let me ask him again on purpose.
Yep.
What do you mean you have one in a fire pit? What's the difference between, what's an open burn then?
Open burn is essentially like a bonfire.
Like a big fire.
Or pit?
Yeah, so, or like if you were burning brush, any of that is considered open burn.
But all I
But
do
in-
is dig a pit and I can have a fire?
That's pushing. The intent is that it's a commercially purchased fire pit, or one that you made, dug a hole, made a nice fancy one with brick in that would be okay too.
Thank you.
Excuse me, that lasts until when?
December 1st.
Excuse me, yeah, December 1st.
Okay, thank you.
If we still have drought, could it persist beyond December the 1st? So it's possible on December the 1st or end of November, one could say, we still have severe drought and we are continuing a ban.
And that
Could happen.
It could, and that is on a county-by-county basis then. And the fire marshal office actually makes that
So
determination.
Greene County would make that choice for,
No, the state fire marshal office would make that choice for Greene County.
oh, county by county, you meant they would specify where it's bad?
Yes.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Zoning administrator is not present yet, so let's,
May I ask a question regarding fire?
yes. Fire?
Filter replacements?
They are, let me check, but they are in the system to replace, but I'll look and see.
What kind of filter?
Furnace filters.
Are you expecting back your second in command at any specific time?
He is anticipated to be back light duty in the first week of December, assuming that he continues to progress as he has been. Sounds like that's probably going to work out. What he'll do is go to 4 10-hour shifts, Monday through Thursday, until he is off of light duty.
Light duty is not including driving an
No.
ambulance or a fire piece of equipment?
No.
So basically nothing outside the building? I thought he could do inspections.
He can do inspections,
Uh-huh.
yeah. And it would be okay for him to, if his release specifies that he is able to drive, which he'll be able to drive to work, so he should be able to drive, but he would not be released to drive fire apparatus or an ambulance, nothing like that. But he would be able to go do inspections, yeah.
May I ask one more? Please. Have you and Dan had any consultation on removing burnout vehicles from the road department?
I actually was under the impression that was done. So, no.
So if we get money for it as scrap, where does that money go?
You got it.
Into fire and rescue?
Well, I mean, it's not like we bought them, they're donated, but
Who owns the wreck at the moment?
we technically would. But that's a township. Well, the fire department doesn't officially own the vehicles, any vehicle, the township does.
Anything else to fire and rescue?
There was a discussion, I believe, at the
Yeah,
last
I
meeting
thought-
about potential.
I thought that would,
Were you going to buy a new flag because you thought you could get it up the flagpole?
I'll get old JR.
Well, what was,
Yeah.
where were we?
Okay,
You got tired of it.
I was like, well, yeah, it was, but now I got
Could we
But not good.
focus on one topic?
estimate, Denny said that the last flag was not proportional. How tall is that flagpole?
gosh,
I'll figure it out, yeah. Yeah, let's buy a new flag. If you think the last one was too small for the flagpole, I saw on the website, I did look it up, they make a recommendation based on the size of the height of the
Okay.
flagpole, so I'll do a little estimate. Let's get the flag up there.
It's kind of close, 30 plus feet.
yeah,
Okay.
35 maybe.
Yeah.
30 or 35-foot tall flagpole.
Okay, thank you. That's all the questions I had for the fire.
Cemetery report, please.
Since the last meeting, we've had 3 burials, all of them are in Glen Forest. One was in the ashes. And 1 ashes and a full burial. Just 3 we had.
Did you say ashes and full bear?
We had a full burial.
Oh,
and in ashes.
Oh, okay.
In section O, and then we had
Yeah.
ashes in Oak Grove. Those are the three. And we've been working in the natural area, which we wrapped that up for a minute. Got some other things to take care of.
Did you happen to have burial permits for any of those burials?
Just for Hammond.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have anything on the others, but their names. At the info. The enter, but we don't, actually, sometimes we don't get a permit.
But you're putting those on your timesheet
Yes,
as like normal?
yes. The one I have to get over to Dave Anthony and get the info because I didn't get from him, so I called to Dave and didn't get info.
Okay. Just wondering.
Yeah, usually I just get the info of who it was and that kind of stuff, you know, that day, birthday, so we can enter.
Yeah.
And the new trailer truck got 4 tires put on the rear, like you requested. Very nice. Made a difference. Not as noisy.
Hope it'll make a difference when snow
I
flies.
think it will. They're pretty aggressive.
Yeah, good. That's what we like.
And the tractor tire was fixed. You know, it leaked since they put the tire on. It had a slow leak. It was in the tube. They put another tube in. We're good to go there. Everything's good to go.
Did you happen to walk by that hydraulic line and just
I looked at it.
eyeball it?
It's getting worn up. It's outer coating starting to frazzle. It's not leaking.
Yeah, but we don't want it to leak in
Right.
middle of January,
As soon as
2 a.m.
I'll get some new ones.
Okay. Just wondered.
And that's about all I had there.
Other road items?
Well,
Or is that still all cemetery?
That was cemetery.
Okay.
I wanted to commend Daniel and his now 2 assistants. I didn't know Ryan was working, but I'm going to...
He was free and said, hey, you got anything? And I said, sure. We had the burial, and that way him and Brandon could carry on over there, and I took care of the burial. So,
That's good. But commend them on, I think they did an excellent job of clearing the Pine Forest Cemetery project. And you get a chance,
Yeah.
go and take a
I
look.
have not been out there yet.
It looks like 100% different. It's just amazing how different it looks. It's like, I didn't think it would look like this, but it does.
we still have some to do on the south end, but it can wait a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we got a long ways to go on that. I had told the architect that it would be ready to pin around the 1st of December, so just, I didn't get a confirmation on that, but that was he asked when it might be ready, so.
We're ready for it.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Welcome. Thank you. And you cleared out some perimeter at the Oak Grove, at the
Right.
first line.
Right. We had to go back. We needed to take a little bit more to accommodate the headstones for the grave. That's ready.
Roads.
Okay, road report?
Road department, okay. We're gonna do a little work down to Grinnell Mill on the deck and build a gate, fix that pipeline, now it's freed up, and then we'll do a final mowing, because the leaves are down, except for out here, trees still holding leaves. Get everything another mowing, clean up, and make everything look nice.
Good.
And then I'll work on getting rid of the car.
Did you see anything driving around?
I did not. I thought everything looked excellent.
We had a tree down the other day on South River. They called and we got there and the county showed up, and Green Township showed up, everybody showed up.
Where was it?
Right at Heller's, right there by Heller's.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, blocking the road. People were driving out in the guy's yard going around.
What road do you know, sorry?
South River. But yeah, the whole squad showed up and cleaned it up.
I must have been confused because I thought you said you were going to take that tree off of Scott Hammond's, and
We are,
but it's still there.
it's still there.
Yeah, okay.
We'll get to it. We concentrated on it.
Yeah. No, I
It's much
understand.
done up there last week. It's
I
still
just
on.
wasn't sure if it was another location,
No.
but I didn't know it. Yeah.
That's all I have.
Any other questions?
Not I.
Under fiscal officer, we,
A real quick one.
yes.
Your salt supply, I'm always talking about salt. I mean,
We're
it's,
good.
huh?
We've still got 100+ ton over Bath Township.
No, I know, but it's in the salt bin. There's not a whole lot.
35 ton probably.
Yeah. You'd be good for
We could get some
one
more.
good or
Oh, yeah, we could do a couple more.
a couple of applications. Okay. I
But
didn't
we've
know-
got plenty of
I
that.
didn't know you had any over in Bath Township left. Okay. Thank you.
How many tons does it take to do the whole village one time?
The township.
Township, sorry, thank you.
How many tons to do?
To solve the whole township.
Probably 6 or 7, depending. Depending on
Six or
how.
so tons. So we have 14 miles of road.
1.5 truckloads, and usually put 4 ton or better on a truck, so
6 tons.
about 6 ton. About the average probably.
Sounds like a massive story problem.
If
But
it's real heavy
if it's
ice.
a bad storm or heavy,
It
then
takes
they've
more.
got to just keep, constantly putting it down. So you go through an awful lot in 24 hours, 48 hours for a storm to pass and get cleared.
That's just me being nosy about, okay, next time you have a big storm, I'll think, they're out there with 7 tons.
We usually just salt like intersections and curves and hills until it quits. And then we go back and clean everything up. So.
Okay. Thank you.
If you want to ask it, there are probably others wondering it.
And no, we don't do private drives.
Fiscal officer, we have amendment of permanent appropriations. What resolution number would this be?
32,
Like you said.
Pardon?
32,
So
2024, 32.
Resolution 2024-32, amendment of permanent appropriations. Whereas it is an ongoing process to accurately appropriate funds according to the needs of the Miami Township. Now therefore, the trustees authorize amending the following appropriations. Road and Bridge Fund for contracted services increased by $39,000. Machinery, equipment, and furniture increased by $37,000. Auditing services increased by $4,800. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Second,
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion?
No,
no, first one's for chip seal, second one's for a spiffy new mower we got this year.
Would you call the roll, please?
It's been moved and seconded to adopt resolution 2024-32, amendment of permanent appropriations as enumerated. Mr. Mutcher?
yes.
Ms. Meyer?
Yes.
Mr. Hollister?
Yes.
The resolution is adopted.
May I ask a very quick road question? I don't know if you were thinking that far ahead, but it may be questionable whether we can afford to do much overlay next year,
Okay.
just based on some,
We're pretty good shape.
yeah, I thought maybe we were. I didn't know if you had something in your mind you were thinking, well,
Nothing better, nothing that can't wait.
but we could chip seal and fog probably as much as,
And maybe some wedging if we need to.
Mhm.
That's probably a lot, it's not a lot.
yeah. Well, I just thought I'd throw that out. Okay, that's all I have. Me.
Just in case zoning administrator shows up, let's do other business before
Okay.
the zoning report.
There's no other.
Really isn't other business. The one item, did you want to talk about retaining?
I don't need to. I mean, unless, I thought we were going to see how Brian was.
Yeah, I think we need his input. I mean, he may have changed.
Consideration of what, there's does he need carryover support from previous administrator? But we'll wait and find out next time. Is there other business?
I think we do need to move the approval for the request that was made of the trustees for our personnel matter.
Remind me.
Fire
Carryover?
vacation hours.
Oh, yes. I don't have quick wording for that. This would be to authorize,
An executive session. Right?
do we go into executive session?
I think we should.
This will be brief, and there will be action afterwards. Return to open session.
After we made a motion and seconded to go into executive session.
We neglected to go in, to
Well,
make motion, and
I will retroactively move. I at least want it on the
yes,
record.
go right ahead.
Retroactively move that we go into executive session to discuss employee compensation.
Okay, it was moved and seconded to do that.
The standard executive personnel statement. And the second is? Thank you.
And it was unanimous vote.
Out at 5:28, back at 5:34.
I would entertain a motion as a result of our executive session.
I move that due to special circumstances in which our second in command is on medical leave, we will allow Lieutenant Cassidy Brewer to carry over unused vacation hours to be used in 2025.
Do I hear a second?
Second?
May I have that wording? Thank you.
Discussion?
I know.
Please call the roll.
It's been moved and seconded due to special circumstances in which the Miami Township Fire and Rescue second in command is on medical leave. We will allow Lieutenant Cassidy Brewer to carry over unused vacation hours to be used in 2025. Ms. Moyer?
Yes.
Mr. Richard?
Yes.
Mr. Hollister?
Yes.
Motion is approved.
Any other business?
I have none.
I have none.
Meeting is adjourned.